Hey, it's Matt Garza coming at you with I Only Touch Greatness podcast. Hey, tap in, listen up, and hear something pretty cool maybe. G7 Farms, check it out. Check out Stinky Dad 22 or G7 Drip. Come and catch the podcast and the interview and get down and listen. These two guys chat up with myself, Matt Garza, on I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
Looking for the most beers on tap? Great steaks, great staff? Head over to the John B. Pub.
We got the best beers, steaks, chicken wings, nachos in town. Come see us at the John B. Pub.
The John B. Pub, the best bar in town. Come sign up for our football pool. Say Hayes sent you.
The #1 sports podcast in Vancouver with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike.
Trying to make Rays history and baseball history. The 1-1. Santiago, it's a fly ball to right. He's going to get it. Silvers makes the catch, and this game is over. Matt Garza has faced 27 hitters and has thrown a no-hitter. The first no-hitter in Rays history, and he is mobbed behind the mound. A 5-0 final. First no-hitter in Rays history thrown tonight by Matt Garza.
Well, the Rays have seen enough against them the last 2 years. It was time, and this was Matt's night. And he established that early from pitch one.
Garza being hugged by Crawford and Pena. Congratulated by all of his teammates one at a time. And a great moment here.
So born in Cali, when did you start playing ball? And did you play any other sports growing up?
I believe about 6-7 years old. I was introduced to baseball with my dad and played numerous sports growing up. Karate, baseball, basketball, soccer, football. You name it, we were into it. Street hockey. So it was. We got after it, man.
Yeah. When did you decide to take baseball seriously?
When a scout told me I was throwing 92 in high school.
Yeah. What's one of your weaknesses, and how are you looking to improve it?
Pardon, what was that?
What's one of your weaknesses, and how are you looking to improve it?
Weaknesses in sports or in life?
I meant sports, but
sports. My weakness is time. I wish I can turn back the clock a couple of years, but running out of time to get back and keep playing. But paying it forward. Coaching and teaching some high school and young college kids to help them try to succeed and get to that next level as well.
Who did you mirror your game after, try and play like growing up? Like, who did you look up to?
Oh, a lot of the greats. Well, now they're greats. When I grew up, they're just ball players.
Yeah.
Pedro Clemens, Randy Johnson, or Hershiser, if you know Venezuela. Heard stories of Bob Gibson, Fergie Jenkins, chucking back in the day. Man, it could go on in Drysdale. Wasn't a big Giants fan, but Will the Thrill, Kent, Matt Williams. Man, the whole West Coast. They had the Bass Bros in Oakland, and Big Stu up there in the Eck, holding it down. So yeah, man, we just were. We had plethora of talent in the West, and back then we had Fox Kids Club or something on Saturday mornings. Yeah. So whoever was speaking on those mornings, I was locked in. It was either Greg Maddox or Chipper Jones or Greg Vaughn or some, any type of guy dropping knowledge. I was always trying to elevate my game at 12 years old, you know?
Of course.
So if you could play any other sport except for baseball, what would you choose?
Ah, man, that's tough. You know, I love all types of sports. But to be honest, it's either be football or soccer.
Okay. Did you have any pregame rituals or routines?
Days I started, I was a big time Popeyes. I would order Popeyes for the entire clubhouse, and it started back in 2008, and didn't change. It was clubhouse members knew it, teammates knew it, and I was at that point in my career, meaning baseball era, where they stopped letting players have tasty food and started kicking us onto this healthy diet. So anytime I would start, it was players were loving those days.
Of course. And then take you back to 2005 when you were drafted 25th overall to the Twins. And in 2006 when you made the debut, what were your emotions in that game?
Kind of, the draft was amazing. It was an opportunity to keep going forward and keep progressing and, achieving a dream that as a child you go to sleep dreaming of. And then 2006 was just a culmination of all the hard work and dedication and sacrifice. And myself, but not only myself, my family, my girlfriend, wife now, and my kids, were making it at the same time. So it was pretty special, man, pretty dope.
And if you could sit down for dinner with 3 people, or you're having a party and you're inviting 3 famous people over for dinner, who are you inviting?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive. Doesn't matter.
Alive? Let's see, alive. Man, right now, that'd be interesting. Having some interesting conversations with people, man, that's tough. I would be like Elon Musk would definitely be one.
Yeah.
Who else? Man, I'd have to have a big party, dude. It wouldn't be able to be 3 people. It'd have to be a big old party, man. Just all types of interests out there for me. It's pretty dope. Shoot.
See, as an example, I always go with Tupac would be one. I'd love to see Tupac.
He would be dope. He was one of my inspirational artists before I'd start, so I had a game day track.
And like Seth Rogen would be somebody else. It'd be funny as hell to sit down with Seth Rogen. Maybe Hulk Hogan.
The Hulk. Yeah, mine would be like Elon Musk. See, I wouldn't want to sit down with a baseball player because I think we would just talk baseball. You could do that over dinner. Just running into somebody at a ball game. So it'd be like Elon Musk. I don't know, maybe like Canarado maybe man, Nick Diaz would be a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
His mindset, just like as an athlete, I know why I would push myself on a mound, but to step in the ring and to punish myself like that, I get it, alpha strength, and it's dope, and I'm a huge fan. But at the same time, like after the first time, he's like, should I do this again? But mad respect to those 2 brothers, man, out there tearing up Stockton, putting them on the map, and holding that 209 down to represent what's really, what's tough. Those dudes walk through punishment like it's fly paper, dude. It's pretty dope. And my last one, it definitely has to be something funny, but man, I don't know. I'm thinking like, man. That'd be a tough one,
Okay.
I probably just have to have like an open door, like put it out there. Hey, whoever wants to come.
Tell Nate Diaz. Tell Nate Diaz to bring a friend.
Yeah, bring the crew, man. Let's chop it up. But that'd be dope. And if they're dead, I'd do. That's even harder. Like definitely Tupac.
Yeah.
Man, there's all, like Da Vinci would be a dope one.
Yeah.
And like a Shakespeare.
Yeah. Good ones. Good ones.
Just to get there, and even just to get there, maybe even King Minos from, and some Egyptian pharaohs, to see if there really were aliens that came and told them how to irrigate and get down like we get down far away. So,
yeah. ALCS MVP 2008. What was it like winning that, and also pitching your no-hitter on July 26, 2010 for the Rays?
It was amazing, man. I love to be in those spots where it's, putting your team over the top to accomplish something amazing. We're too bad we couldn't finish it off, but baseball, ball bounce is different every day. So it's just glad to be in a situation like that, and it's cool to put the team on your back and carry them as long as I did, and then buddies and teammates come and pick you up and close it out. And then the no-hitter, that was surreal, man. You could kind of say I was never really there until the end. But yeah, it was super dope. Just feeling the type of energy that your teammates bring to you, doing something like that, and just a sense of accomplishment. Because they say, yeah, you threw the no-hitter, but in fact, it took all 25 of you that day, whether it's you believe superstitions or not, or coincidences, but however it played out, man, the stars were aligned, and God was watching over me and the team, and it was dope, man. It was a lot of breathtaking moments that turned into one heck of a night.
Guessing you got the jersey from that game, and what's your favorite piece of sports memorabilia that you own?
My favorite sports memorabilia is actually a gift from a good friend, Ryan Dempster. He gave me a signed Bo Jackson jersey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh man, that he just, it was in 2012 and he was just leaving. He got traded to the Braves.
Yeah.
The Rangers. Was it the Braves or the Rangers? Because he was traded so many times that year.
Yeah.
He was traded to the Braves, ex-nayed that one.
Dempster's from right here. Dempster's from right here in Vancouver, or he's from the island actually, but
yeah, super nice dude, super dope. He's hilarious. He's a great dude to have at a dinner party. I've had the pleasure of dining with him, and him and Bill Murray are like dudes cut from the same cloth. They're freaking hilarious. But he gave me a signed Bo Jackson jersey as he was departing, and dude, that's been my all-time favorite gift, is that signed Bo Jackson jersey. It's so dope. Big Raider fan, die hard. We were at the Coliseum the day he blew his hip out against the Bengals. So yeah, man, it was we're huge, like one of those things where you'll get rid of all your baseball gear and just carry this memento with you, So yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Mike's a Bengals fan. Do you have a favorite sports franchise?
Me, the Raiders or the Dodgers, man. Yeah, I grew up in the LA area, on the LA area teams, with the LA Raiders at the time, and that pitching in the ravine was one of the biggest moments, for me in sports. So it was, those two places are pretty historic, man.
Okay.
What's it like playing at Wrigley versus other fields? And what is your favorite stadium that you pitched in? It's coming from a good friend of mine that's a huge Cubs fan.
Yeah, Wrigley, it's, man, I love the day games. To me, I think playing in Wrigley to get the full effect is pitching in a day game. The fans are amazing from the minute they open the gates to the end of the game, even post game. Playing for them was one of the, greatest honors of my career, because we really loved, that stadium. We loved the team and we loved the town, the city of Chicago. So not being able to choose to go back was tough, but at the same time, it makes you grateful for your time there. But yeah, Wrigley was dope, dude. The fans are amazing on the north side, and still love, still love that place. huge, just amazing experience there. One of these days gonna take the kids back out there to go catch a game in the bleachers because that's where it's at.
Such an awesome stadium with the whole ivy fences and just crazy. And my favorite memory of there is actually the movie Rookie of the Year when the guy broke his arm, froze it from the field. Do you remember that, right?
Oh yeah. Then pitching in Boston, being a history buff, baseball buff, you could just feel the energy flowing through those old stadiums. Pitching to old New York, that one, you can nothing like it. It was nothing like pitching in those old stadiums. The energy and just the thought of you're walking the same halls as Babe Ruth, you're walking the same halls as Giant Pesky, you're in the same dugout and clubhouse as Ernie Banks. So it was those spots were dope. And then like I said earlier, pitching in the Ravine was one of my greatest spots. Just because I was a fan, it took me probably 8 or 9 years to get a chance to pitch. I was usually either coming to town and I would catch some weird fever or whatever. They'd skip my start. So it was every time, man. It was like I was being avoided to pitch there. So I got that. I think my first start there was on Father's Day. So it was dope. Yeah. So it was, I think it was kind of just lined up to be that special memory. So yeah, it was Ravine definitely for sure.
So who do you say that you would most stay in contact with from the big leagues back when you were playing, and your closest friends now? Anybody?
Just checking with all of them, whenever. We all cross paths quite a bit. And, when you're friends with guys for as long as, I am, or been around the locker rooms a long time, you kind of don't ever lose them. It's just when you meet them, you kind of pick up where you left off. And it's our little
teammates are like brotherhood. Exactly.
Yeah, I got to explain to people who ask me outside interviews and stuff. It's you're showering with these guys for 180 days. You're definitely going to become family. You're going to know a lot more about them than anybody else. So it's
for sure.
It's dope. It's dope just the way it works like that. It's like it's a brotherhood. That if you run into them, they're always have something to chatter, and everybody's going to be on the same page.
You got that. What's your fastest pitch and your favorite pitch?
Fastest pitch was my fastball, and my favorite pitch was the one that got him out.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, if you could create a slogan for your life, what would it be?
How would you put it? Ambitions is the rider. That's kind of dope.
Sweet.
I like it.
Tupac.
Were you ever starstruck, and by who?
Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love Ken Griffey Jr., especially being this close to Seattle.
Yeah, he it was at an event, and he walked in, and I just got stuck and said, "Dude, I wore your shoes, man." I was in the big leagues as well. I was like, "Oh man, you're the kid, dude." So he was really cool about it. He teased me till now. So he'll if I run into him again, he'll tease me again. But he's super dope, man. I mean, when people say he's the kid, he is a kid, like true kid at heart, loves the game, and everybody. So there's nobody can say they didn't emulate him. You wore your hat backwards because of him. Yeah, it was your reason you were able to, like, oh no, Dad, Ken Griffey does it.
That's right. He's the reason we stood there and playing baseball batting practice, and as a kid, and you'd be wobbling, doing the whole shake.
The Sheffield, the Sheffield shuffle, and then the Griffey circle swing. Oh yeah,
exactly.
What tips can you give an upcoming pitcher?
Right now, don't use anything sticky. Just don't fall into all the hype of velocity and trying to be the nastiest. Fall into the hype of locating and pitching to contact and control and command. Greg Maddux didn't win all those games or set ERA titles because he was trying to blow by everybody. He did it just by outsmarting and being craftier than everybody else. He knew he could hum it 94, 95. He just figured, why do it? Why stress myself out?
Yeah, exactly.
If you had to eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh man, one food, like a specific dish, or like?
Sure. I don't know. I've never really asked that question before, so we're just throwing that one out for you.
Well, I like to eat healthy. I like fruits and veggies, so it has to be something that's well-rounded. Man, it had to be like a steak dinner, like broccoli or asparagus or Brussels sprout sides with some bacon cooked in there, and then either baked potato or mashed potato with gravy. Poutine's not too bad either. I put that out there on the side with the
some Canadian
fries
dish.
and gravy.
Yeah,
that's
fries and
Canadian.
gravy. Yeah, I used to go and eat it up in Toronto when we played there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, something like that now. But that would be, if I could eat it every day,
Okay.
What's life like nowadays for you, and what you up to?
Being a dad first and foremost, loving it, traveling around, sitting in my truck most of the day, or getting out and stretch, watching practices, and just again supporting my daughters and my sons. And my free time, I coach up kids who ask for help, or players who I offer help and they take me up on it. And then other than that, I started a commercial cannabis business out here in California.
There we go.
And pushing with the medicinal properties on it. As a player, it was very beneficial for me to help me deal with everyday soreness and aches and pains, and not having to rely on opioids or painkillers. And I'm glad I didn't, because there wasn't this much knowledge or this much information being shared when I first came to the league. So now it's pretty dope that they're expanding it out and allowing people to explore the natural and holistic healings of medicinal cannabis, or even outside natural healings. Eating proper fruits and vegetables and matching their terp profiles with your ailments. So I've been learning a lot, and I believe in it, and I think it's 100% beneficial. So standing behind what you believe in.
We agree too.
Yeah, we're both 100% supporters. Absolutely. What's your brand?
It's called G7 Farms.
Okay, right on.
Right there on the shirt.
We were just effing around, me and my buddy one day, and we've had this legal commercial farm running for 4 or 5 years now, and just said, why don't we release our own? It was never a goal or a focal point to have me on it. It was more of trying to, the bag's a brick bag, and it was focused on street art and murals, and bring light to artists who don't get an opportunity. We're still going to do that, but I took a picture of the pretty prominent and huge entrepreneur in the industry, Steve LaBelle, one of the operators and owners of Lemonade, and he's also WeWorking, and pushed me out front. And we had to kick off Plan B, and so now we're running with it and just hoping it catches some steam and we could keep going. It's a fun industry, and we use a lot of I use a lot of my return to do philanthropic work. We do food drives. We hand out boxes of food to during Christmas time. We've taken care of rent for a family whose father was murdered in the street as a street vendor. We've done like trade school, you could per se, for ex parolees and probation guys come through, help them out, give them a second chance to learn a trade. So, they don't have to go back. They have a choice now. We're teaching how to be a mechanic or a body painter, or in terms of an auto body painter, or student things like that. So we're trying to turn a positive light into industry that's always had a negative connotation towards it. And I hope and I believe we're changing some of the views on it. Trying to let people know we're just not here to try to buy watches or big houses. We actually want to, being a professional athlete, I've had that opportunity. So it's not anything that gets me excited. Passing on and seeing kids and people who need help get that help and get opportunities provided for. Especially kids, who everybody says they're our future. So let's start giving them a hope for that future, giving them the ability to.
Whitney Houston hope. Said that.
Right?
Yeah. The children are our future.
By giving them hope, not just saying it, but showing them that people out there do care, and not everybody's in it for reasons to build or pad their stats. As I say, my wife and I, we just like doing it because it helps. We don't really go out there and promote it until they ask us about it. We've done it for 15 years, giving away shoes and sweatshirts in the wintertime. But we never promote it because it's not our business to promote. It's just our business to find people who need the help and provide the help. And if somebody wants to promote it, it's on them. But we don't look for those type of public.
Yeah, I see I know what you're saying. It's like those people that they'll videotape themselves going around handing out stuff just so they can get the likes for it. You're not doing it. You've been doing it before anybody, out there putting it out on social media after, like promoting it kind of thing, right?
Yeah, because it's growing up the way I grew up, it's hard for people to ask for help, especially in the area I live in. Everybody's very prideful. So I don't want to put people on blast for helping them. They may see it as a slap in the face or like, do you think you're better than me type of thing. And I don't want that strife because I don't want people to be deterred to come and get the help that need it. So I'd rather they get their help, and I don't need the camera. I don't need the spotlight. I'd rather just do it and go about my business,
Exactly. You're the only person that has to feel good about yourself. Nobody else.
Nah, it's just doing what's right. You know what I mean? Exactly. See a need, feel a need.
Exactly. Matt, I just want to thank you so much for taking the time for us today and coming on and chatting with us. We're big fans of you, and we big fans of you when you played, and meant a lot to us today.
Appreciate. Thank you guys for reaching out, and any help I can give you, I'll repost this. When I sit up, and if you can just let people know, look for G7 in California retails, local legal dispensaries, adult and medicinal stores. We're available.
Yeah, we'll off air here. We'll call that the end of the interview. But while you're saying that, what about I know Freeway Rick Ross is out there doing his own brand too. Have you ever heard of that? My partners know Freeway Rick pretty well. Okay, yeah. We had Rick on the show.
One of my homies knows another individual, Rick Ross, who in Cali is a pretty big deal. Yeah. I have some conversations with a bunch of groups, getting to know the industry very, very well. And just like I said, I keep trying to spread our message of, we're doing the things to help our communities out, not just fill our pockets. We know there's going to be tons of opportunities for that. We'd rather put those opportunities out there for people who need them. It's to me, I think that's a cool thing than flexing and watching.
I'm 100% with you on that one.
Looking for the most beers on tap, great steaks, great staff? Head over to the John B. Pub.
We got the best beers, steaks, chicken wings, nachos in town. Come see us at the John B. Pub.
The John B. Pub, the best bar in town. Come sign up for our football pool. Say Hey sent you.